Hi, Scotty the Cult Movie Cantina. We watch and talk about The Crow.
Caw-caw.
Caw-caw, caw-caw.
I think that we both did that. Well done, Caleb. Thank you for coming in there at the end. Sliding on in.
I'm so sorry.
We talk about how this movie is
Amazing.
Awesome. I'll say it's awesome.
It's okay.
I love it.
It's okay.
fun.
It's okay. Okay.
We
It's
have
okay.
different opinions, and that's what
I
makes
make
our
a
show,
drink. You
She
have to
makes
watch to see what's in this lovely thing.
a fantastic libation. And we talk about how this movie's cursed.
We do.
We don't speak about The Crow on set.
Yeah. It is. It's
Technically, we're on a set, and we just spoke about a lot
Yeah,
about The Crow.
but it's like nothing's fallen yet.
Oh man.
Yeah. Well, now you
Yeah.
said that.
You're welcome.
We're doomed.
Thanks,
Have a
Justina.
good week.
You're listening to the Mobcast Network.
Welcome to the Cult Movie Cantina. I would be more excited, but look, I'm tired. She's tired. Steph's tired.
We're here though.
Paul, our producer Caleb's probably tired.
He went to bed at 5 this morning, so Caleb's tired.
Jesus Christ, why are we all? What is wrong with us?
I partied yesterday, so
I ran a game,
I had
I
a good
worked.
time.
I played a game.
so
Yeah, he was playing a game till 5. I wish I was playing a game till 5. That sounds like fun.
I went to the Cajun cook-off yesterday.
Ooh.
She guarantee.
Guarantee,
It's as much Cajun I know.
right?
You were in Detroit.
Oh, I was in Detroit. Yeah, I've been flying all day. So
Before we
morning-
start, we should intro. I guess I was
I'm
just
sorry.
thinking about
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Let's do all the intros. And then
We're
we'll
the
talk.
people. You should know us by now. We got nameplates.
I'm the name of American Pop Culture Spirit Guide, Scotty. I'm joined by, as always,
Welcome to the podcast. Read the name tags. Let's move on.
Well,
Steph was really like she's
Well-
used to like.
if we're gonna make them read, pull yours up closer to you.
No,
I'm not
gonna lie. You never get to know who I am.
She just,
I forgot.
There
my
we go.
name.
Thank you.
I was just sitting here going, "Who the hell am I?" Lady of Libations, obviously.
can we just nap for the next hour?
You guys are gonna watch us take a nap now.
That's
Watch
it.
The Crow. Have fun.
Countess
Yeah, why-
Stephanie von Frankenberry.
Justina, you're a jellicle jester.
She who knows no movies.
Admiral.
At your service,
Also Countess.
I was like,
Count
Countess.
Chocula.
Countess.
Countess
I felt like there was
Chocula.
another name that got added on too. Like I feel like our names get longer every time.
No, Drew's
Drew's
does the
does,
Star
though,
Wars
yeah.
show. He's
Does
got
that
he's
really?
got like 6 of them.
That's
It's
hilarious.
crazy.
we just keep going.
Yeah.
But he's not here, and it's not his show. So pitter patter.
That's right.
Yep.
You can rate and subscribe to us on any where you get all podcasts. If you listen to a podcast, if you're listening to this
You
podcast,
can find us.
you're pretty much on a service, and you can rate and subscribe us there. Please do that. That helps us out. You can follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/Cult Movie Cantina. And if you'd like to see our very, very tired but happy faces, you can go to YouTube at youtube.com/Mobcast Network.
Mm-hmm.
And don't let our being tired fool you. This is going to be an excellent podcast.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, you know,
Jury's out.
No, it's not. It's going to be a great podcast.
I would put it above mediocre.
I'm gonna
Mediocre.
I'm shooting for that.
Wait a minute. No,
Whoa.
this is a
No
great
name.
movie.
Look at her.
And
She going gung ho.
It's a great movie, and it deserves due respect. So it's going to be a great podcast.
I have thoughts about the movie, so I wouldn't say great.
I have
but
thoughts
it's
about
fine.
the movie.
Uh-oh.
But
It's
Uh,
fine. It's gonna be good. Stay tuned.
I'm starting a new show April 5th. It's called Tuesdays with Scotty. It will air every Tuesday. It's a chat show with me and my friends, and I just chat about whatever I want. And I make Caleb listen. And just because this is his own special hell, and so that's what I do. But it's gonna be a really, really fun show. I have been currently editing the first show, and I'm having so much doing the edit. I have so much fun doing the edit.
I have a question
Yes.
about your show.
Yeah.
Can we get you a phone with buttons that light up, like the little bulbous buttons on a cord, and then you can have people call in to commentate about your show? Because I would love to call in one time, be like, "We have a caller," and then
But we
click
can't do
it.
that unless he does it live.
Yeah.
It's not
But I mean,
live
like-
yet.
Like, I want to know what you're talking about, so I can just record what I want to say, and then we can interact together. I just really want to call and be like, "Hi, yes, Scotty, I had a really weird dream the other day, and I was just hoping you and your guest speaker so and so could help me out with this."
You know what?
So she wants
She wants a live
an
show.
Uncle Henry show.
Is
but
what
with
she
Scotty.
wants.
But that's going to be different every time. It's not always
Yeah,
going to be about
you're
my
right.
dream.
Yeah.
You know,
Like, I'm
honestly,
just going to
honestly,
order pizza from
Caleb,
this
make a note.
location?
Let's figure out how to do. We'll do
Yes!
a live one from time to time.
Yeah.
and we'll do call-ins. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
It
That'd be
needs
cool.
to be a bulbous phone though. It's gotta be like
You
off of
okay? You
Mrs.
find me a
Maisel.
bulbous phone, or
Oh, honey child.
you have a task.
I'm gonna find you a phone.
Find me a phone. Find me a
I'll find
bulbous
you a
phone. We'll
phone.
do that. Speaking of which, yeah, the Uncle Henry's Friday night show's back.
Yeah, I
Yep.
knew I
Oh,
was invited,
wonderful.
but I didn't go.
I didn't go either because I had all this stuff going on this weekend. But I'm gonna show up on one of them.
I wasn't invited, but it's fine. I'm not heartbroken.
You were away.
You guys were busy too, but you were invited.
Yeah, but
It's fine.
you were away.
I was away. I was.
They had the Billy's Bacon guy.
Ooh.
I don't know who that is.
There's a guy.
It used to be 27, 127 or
Old Grill 27 something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And now it's Billy's, and
it's good.
he curates and makes his own bacon for the restaurant, but he sells it all over the country. It's apparently I've never had it.
The Grand uses it.
Yeah, I hear it's the best bacon on the planet.
It's really good.
And I remember at one time he would sing to the bacon. I don't know if he's still singing to all the bacon, but he sings to the bacon.
Can you
Does he
taste
sing
the
to the
ones?
bacon or does he sing to the pigs before he makes bacon out of them?
No, he sings to the bacon
Okay.
after the pigs have been turned into bacon.
Okay.
So
Interesting.
apparently that makes it better.
Who
So
knows? Whatever makes your
Yeah.
bacon.
Well, all right.
as a bacon fan,
You know what he's singing?
I don't, but
Nursery
I
rhymes.
kind of want to get him on the show. So
Then we can
Yeah.
just talk about the songs.
That could be a Tuesdays with Scotty.
that's a two. Yes, we're gonna try to get him on.
I might have some calling questions for that one.
We watched the 1994 cult classic movie called The Crow,
The Crow.
We did.
directed by Alex Proess, written by David J. Schwau and John Shirley, based on a comic by James O'Barr. It stars Brandon Lee in his final role as Eric Draven, Michael Winkoff as Top Dollar, Rochelle Davis as Sarah, Ernie Hudson as Albrecht, Eiling as Micah, Anna Thompson as Darla, David Patrick Kelly as T-Bird, Tony Todd as Grange, and a lot of other people
A lot of people we've
Yep.
seen in movies.
that have been on the show or
Right.
in the catacombs too. So, I know we've had Ernie Hudson and we've had David Patrick Kelly and Tony Todd and stuff. Who else have we
Yeah.
had?
Is that that chick that plays
uh,
Darla? Have we not had her in anything?
Anna Thompson. We might have.
Trying to think of his name. The pawn shop owner. He's been on the show because he was in Highlander.
Was he?
Yeah,
Sweet.
he's one of the cops.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
He's the partner.
Very cool.
So, do we have some fun facts for 1994?
Oh yeah, we do. It's all on my phone this time. So sorry. I missed my notebook.
Oh,
I have it. I was gonna write it down. No, I didn't. I didn't do that. Hold on. I have to pull it up. I have to locate it. I have to locate
She's like, I'm not prepared.
I just don't know how to get to like this is the most ridiculous thing. It's difficult to find my actual web pages because I'm so used to pulling it up just by the search bar.
Yeah.
But I have like to actually find the page of it. Anyway, I got it. Okay. Hello. We're gonna go through a quick history Snapchat from 1994.
I can probably remember some of this because I know exactly where I was living in 94.
Where were you
Japan?
living?
Uh-huh.
All right. In technology, the computer zip drive was introduced. All right, so that happened.
I
There's other
remember
things
zip
in
drives.
here, but I don't.
I
feel
do
like
too.
reading it
Mhm.
all.
I still use 'em.
Skip the stuff. Oh, price of Heinz ketchup for a 40-ounce is $1.99. That's $1.99. So just so you know.
Who needs that much ketchup?
And Coca-Cola 12
Children.
pack is also $1.99. So you could get a 12 pack of Coca-Cola cans for $1.99. The world population was 5.5 trillion. I don't know what it is now, so I'm just giving you the facts that I have. It's been a long weekend. Okay. In 1994, the George Foreman grill was released.
Hell yeah!
We have been grilling fat off of meat since 94.
Yes, we have.
Yeah.
I have owned several of those.
I have too, and I stand by it. It's
I love a George Foreman
I do
grill.
love a George Foreman grill. It grills both sides pretty fast and even.
I know it. It's perfect.
And again, the fat drips off into the little
Your
Draw-
little thing.
little tray, and you just dispose of that.
I had one, and I used to make my chicken on it. This is when I was like a child, okay? And I thought, like, I didn't know how to cook. Let's just say that. So all I knew was a box of Velveeta macaroni and cheese was good. That's high quality. Okay, we're talking like
Right.
when you pull out Velveeta and not
I
Kraft.
don't like Velveeta. I want Kraft over Velveeta.
But see,
every
I grew
day.
up on Kraft, and so Velveeta was something we never had because it didn't
Yeah.
feed 6
Mhm.
kids.
All
So to
right.
me, it was like, oh, we're gonna make a box of that, and I made broccoli and mixed it in because I like broccoli mixed in my mac and cheese. Anyway, and then I took a chicken breast and put it on there, and just cooked it. It was always dry. I never really liked it, and then just no flavor because I literally did nothing except stick it on there.
Oh, so you didn't
Because I'm a
season
child.
anything.
Let's just point that out. I'm a child. My brother Kyle to this day goes, my favorite thing I've ever eaten is when I came to your house and you made chicken and Velveeta macaroni and cheese. And I was like, I will never make that for you again. Like, I don't think there's a piece of me that will allow that to occur ever. But I know it was on a George Foreman, and so in my brain, I was like, it's your fault.
It is not the George.
I know
Foreman's
it's
fault,
not,
man.
but it's because that's what I used it for. So I always associate it with that. So I was
Yeah.
like, you're gonna make something without flavor. I can't use you ever. I know that's not what happened. I'm sorry. Anyway, do you know who Miss America was in
In-
'94?
Was it the one from Alabama?
Was it Vanessa Williams?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's the 80s.
It's the 80s.
Mhm.
Okay, I don't know.
It was Kimberly Aiken.
I have no idea who that is.
Do you want to take a stab at who the Time Magazine's Man of the Year was
Oh,
for
shit.
'94?
94. Brad Pitt.
No.
That would have been a good one though.
Can I get a hit?
It's the second. They are the second.
Oh,
They've got 2 lines after their name.
Oh,
Oh,
Something, something, something. The
so,
second,
so Junior.
yeah, John Jr.
but they're.
No,
are they?
I don't know. John's in there. John's the middle name
no.
or the middle word. I don't know if that's. Nah, I'm just gonna tell you
Yeah,
because I'm
yeah.
really
Yeah.
tired. It's Pope John Paul II.
Oh,
He was man. Oh, see, I'm thinking sexiest man. See where I'm going with this? I was
This
like,
wasn't sexiest
You know
man
what?
this time.
He was
She
kind
like,
of a
"He's
sexy
not
pope."
even attractive.
I know.
Why
I'm
is
sitting
he
here.
on there?
See, I was going. I don't know. My brain went to the sexiest man alive, not just
me
man.
too. Me too. I kept going Brad Pitt.
I know. And I'm
Yeah.
thinking, when you said the second, I'm like, I don't know any actors with the second.
Second.
Either. I'm like, what the hell?
So sorry, friends. All right, famous quotes. Buckle down, people, because my mama always said that life was like a box of chocolates.
That's Forrest
Forrest
Gump.
Gump.
You never know what you're gonna get.
Hmm.
Except for now when they put it on the box of chocolate. So you do know,
yeah.
Forrest. You do know.
Only on certain brands.
We have evolved as
Those are the brands I
people.
buy.
yeah, the Whitmans.
Yeah.
The Whitmans.
What's
There's
your
the ones
favorite Whitman's chocolate out of the box?
out of the box. My favorite is I have 2 because I love them equally,
Right.
and it's the toffee and the dark chocolate caramel.
Dark chocolate truffle and the dark chocolate with almond.
Ooh.
Caleb?
I also like the dark chocolate truffle.
Because it's delightful.
Yeah.
So I will say I'm weird.
Okay.
If
You like
that-
the strawberry cream one, don't you?
No,
You weird cream loving
You
one.
like the vanilla
Coconut?
cream?
I like the orange cream one.
Oh, the
It's a
orange-
cream one.
Oh.
I knew it was gonna be creamy.
But my favorite, and I don't know anyone else on the planet who like these, and to the point of like why they're in there, they're only in there to service me, is I like the raspberry jelly.
I know Jennifer likes those.
Oh, me and
If
Jennifer
it's
like to be a-
inside of a dark chocolate one, I would probably.
Yeah,
that-
like it.
yeah,
raspberry's
raspberry's
good.
good.
But
like
it's not
everyone's like,
bad.
"Ew, it's a jelly." I'm like, "Oh my god, that was my favorite. Why'd you eat it?"
Yeah, my favorite is the toffee and the dark chocolate
I
caramel.
also will do the vanilla cream, but I really like the orange
There's a
cream.
little gnat in here, and I'm gonna destroy its life.
Please, we've been trying to get rid of that thing for a little bit. I don't know. I figured he would be dead by now because
All you need to do is we need to get a cup of wine, drink most of it, leave a snippet at the bottom, it'll drown itself.
That's true. How about
Anyway.
scotch?
I don't know because it's not fermented fruit, so I'm not sure.
Okay.
They're very picky, little bastards.
they like they go to your eyes because they want the water in your eyes.
really.
That's
Yeah.
what they're looking for.
That's exactly. They want to drink the water out of your
Okay.
eyes.
Let's play 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon, shall we?
All right.
Oh God.
It is a conversational game in finding how many connections and how close they are between Kevin Bacon and other well-known people.
Mhm.
That came out in 1994.
I
don't know
remember
how
that
to play
game.
it.
Oh, I thought we were gonna play it.
No, I don't know how to play it. I'm sorry.
I do because it was in Mad About You, and my mom liked that show, so I know all the rules.
Okay, go ahead. Throw it
we-
down.
I
Do
don't
it.
know enough about Kevin Bacon
Hey,
to be
basically-
able to play the game.
Well, it's very simple. Basically, you have to you have to guess. Basically, you'll give a movie with an actor, and then you go from there and go, okay, how many film roles until they were connected to Kevin Bacon, whether it's through another actor. So say, I don't know, give me an actor and I can.
But
yeah,
I'll find some of them. We'll set them up for a cult meeting.
Yeah,
but I think that's like 7 degrees. Like,
yeah, it's the same.
that's
It's
the same
game.
concept.
It's
Is
the
like
same game.
you're connected to somebody within 7
It's
degrees.
the same game.
Yeah.
The reason why it's 6 degrees is because Kevin Bacon is just so prolific.
That
And
they're like,
that
He's done
it's
lots of
like
things.
like literally everybody connects to him somehow.
So, hold on. Speaking about prolific actors, the Oscars are tonight as we record. So they're giving away the Oscars tonight. But last night they had a special ceremonies for a lot of the Oscars that they weren't showing televised, which has been a whole big controversy this year.
Oh yeah.
Guess who got a Lifetime Achievement Oscar last night?
Who?
He's a bad motherfucker.
Oh, really?
Samuel L. Jackson
That's awesome.
has an Oscar.
That's fantastic.
And I'm like, about damn time.
And they didn't do that one tonight.
why didn't they do
Yeah.
that live?
Because
none of the honorary
they're
awards.
trying to they're trying to shorten the runtime, but it's also very controversial on which things they picked.
Yeah, because they got rid of all the behind the scenes stuff pretty much.
Yeah,
like
so-
anything, sound, editing, all of
Yeah,
that.
editing, which is
Oh, so they don't get like any
No, they get an
recognition.
award.
They
but
still get
don't
the award, it's just
recognized
not
in the show.
yeah.
They just, it's like you get an award. You were there. We appreciate you. You have to leave now. You can't be in this room.
Because they're trying to get more people to stick around and watch, and one of the biggest complaints is how long the show is. That's not my complaint personally. My complaint is
My
some of the
complaint is how
pretentiousness.
pretentious. I was gonna
Yeah.
say is how
So now
pretentious
it's
it is.
becoming more pretentious because it's just focused
Right.
on vanity.
I've never.
But
I
of
don't
cour-
enjoy the Oscars.
But of course,
so.
it's pretentious.
Yeah, of course it is. No.
That's
And
the most
yeah.
pretentious decision that they could make because that's who the Academy is, and but that's how the Academy has always been.
Yeah.
Since its inception.
And it's why people are trying to get more diversity in the voting side of it. But
well, I mean, that's all well and good, but at the end of the day, the Oscars are not real.
No,
they're just a
no,
marketing
they're not.
ploy.
Yeah.
And so, which I love. Trust me, I will be watching them tonight. I watch them every year.
Yeah.
I enjoy it. How pretentious and all about it. Such a hypocrite. All right, sorry. I just want to,
Okay.
I want
No,
to
no,
shout
no.
out Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah. He deserves it.
Absolutely.
Okay. REM's 1994 song "What's the Frequency, Kenneth" slows down towards the end because bassist Mike Mills had an appendicitis attack and had to be rushed to the hospital. They chose to keep it.
Oh wow.
Life made that decision. Sometimes life dictates life. Okay, it's crazy.
Where does the phrase "What the Frequency, Kenneth" come from?
Oh, I have no idea. I don't even know if I know that song.
It's off their album Monster.
Do you think that helped me, Scotty?
No, I'm just saying where it's from.
Okay.
Good song. What the Frequency, Kenneth is something that Dan Rather said on the news when he didn't know he was being filmed. Like it was like toward the end or the beginning of the broadcast, and so he's talking about to his director about something, and he goes, "Well, what's the frequency, Kenneth?" And it got picked up, and it became a thing. So it became
Like
a
one of
meme
those-
before it was
I
a
got
meme.
you.
Yeah.
And so they just put it in
It's
the
like
song.
one of those modern where an anchorman gets in trouble because they're still filming.
Right.
I
Fun.
see.
And then
Fun fact.
real quick about Monster. My favorite song on there is called Star 69. Kids don't even know what that is anymore.
That's hilarious. I remember Star 69.
I remember starting.
Yep. You can
And the
still
chorus is I know who called. I know who called.
Yeah.
Star 69, Star 69. And now I'm like, they don't know what that is.
you can still do that. Although I always grew up with the Star 67, which is the same.
Okay. I know you can still do it because I don't use a landline phone. I have,
Yeah.
people call you to
I've-
see their name.
I don't. Yeah, I've never.
Well,
even-
you can do it on a cell phone.
Okay. I did not know.
But you
what
have
are saying,
caller ID
Caleb? Have
anyway.
you done it? You can block your
But you
number,
have-
though.
Yeah.
You
Well,
have
yeah,
caller-
you can also actively block your number through the settings, but before I learned about that when I was younger, Star 67 or Star 69, that's the same trick.
We learn something every day.
I know.
Millennials.
Mm, right.
All right. So Michael Crichton.
Yes.
Right.
Did I say that? Oh my gosh, guys! The screenwriter of Jurassic Park had a novel, Disclosure, and a television show, ER,
Mhm.
Yeah.
reach U.S. #1 at the same time the film did in 1994. He's the only person to achieve these hits simultaneously.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Way to go, Michael.
Oh,
Right?
well done, Michael. Now I need to read your other stuff. Green Day, I said that really weird. Green Day joined the lineups of both the Lollapalooza Festival and Woodstock 94, where the group started an infamous mud fight. During the concert, a security guard mistook bassist Mike Durnt
Yeah, darn.
for a stage invading fan and punched out some of his teeth.
Oh God.
That's embarrassing.
I remember where I was watching Woodstock 94 on MTV.
Yeah.
I was in Josh's bedroom with me, Josh, and Steven, and we had hooked up Josh's dad's had old stereo speakers that he replaced, and so Josh got the old ones, and we manhandled them and plugged them into the TV and wired them to the TV so we could have terrible stereo sound.
This is so cool.
We were so badass. We watched
Boys.
the whole concert there. I remember that.
Oh, fun,
Green Day
fun,
was
fun.
great.
I did not watch the concert. I was in full blown mom mode, like in those years. I mean, don't get me wrong, but
I mean, you were a cool mom, right?
I was, but Parrish was like preschool and Jack was not born yet. So, I was working a lot,
Gotcha.
living in Japan, whole nother world in Japan.
I was 5. I was going to school for the first time in my life. But I wasn't peeing on myself anymore that I know of. I haven't heard otherwise.
Important steps.
All right. Earthworm Jim was created as a result of the success of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The game was created as a satire of platform video games at the time. For instance, Princess What's-Her-Name was a parody of how so many video games had thrown away female characters to be saved.
Nice.
Had to throw away.
Sounds
female
like
characters
Mario
to be
Brothers.
saved.
It's Mario and Princess What's Her Name, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Earthworm Jim is a classic.
It is a
I
classic.
honestly, at this point, it is a stereotype of the platformers, though. Like nowadays,
I didn't know Earthworm Jim was a video game, so there you go.
It was.
Fun facts for everyone. Until 1994, the Winter and Summer Olympics took place on the same year.
Yep.
So that's a thing. As a little movie trivia, I try not to throw these in there, but Adam West, Clint Eastwood, and Burt Reynolds were all offered the role of James Bond, but turned it down. Liam Neeson turned down the role in 94 because he didn't want to be in action movies.
Okay,
Oh.
Liam.
All right. I just watched him in Leap of Faith, which I guess is 92 the other day. And he plays a small town sheriff in that.
Yeah.
And his American accent has never been great and definitely wasn't great in 92.
Right.
So I don't know what part of small town America that Scottish man is from.
All right. The Oxford English Dictionary cites the Beastie Boys as being responsible for coining the term mullet in 1994 to refer to the popular 1980s hairstyle.
There you go.
So that's a fun fact.
Ape drapes.
Crayola released scented crayons, but had to retire the food scented ones after a year because parents complained that they smelled good enough to eat.
Mhm.
We have to get rid of those because Tide Pods are next. Howard Stern talked a caller out of jumping off the George Washington Bridge live on the radio in
Yep.
94.
Yep.
This one I remember. I don't remember if I remember the situation or people talking about it later because I was 5. Stella Liebeck, I think, sued McDonald's after spilling hot coffee in her lap,
Yep.
leaving her with third-degree burns. She initially sued for $20,000 to cover her medical and living expenses, but the jury ultimately awarded her $160,000 plus an extra $640,000 for punitive damages.
After they saw the
Burns.
burns,
Yeah.
she
It
had
was bad.
third degree
Yeah, it was
burns
bad.
from hot coffee. It's crazy.
Like,
I mean,
it's like, why
like-
would you put it on your lap? It's like, no, listen. Shut up.
Also, why are you creating coffee that will create third degree
Yeah.
burns? I mean, coffee's hot, but like
Not that hot.
Jesus.
Probably not. I always order, like, if I go to Starbucks, I'll order mine extra hot because I want mine that hot.
Yeah.
I don't like lukewarm coffee. I don't like cold, unless I'm ordering an iced coffee. I want my coffee to be hot and I will drink it that hot.
I don't know. Like, I want it to be hot when I get it, but then I need it to, like, I start sipping on it until it gets to just the perfect temperature, and then
Yeah.
I need to drink it. Or I have to wait till it's cold.
But then
And then
McDonald's
make it
yeah.
like cold coffee.
But then McDonald's created the ultimate smear campaign to where people got mad at her for years.
They
They did.
did. There's an interesting documentary about it.
All right. In 1994, Quentin Tarantino's 64 Chevy Malibu was stolen from the set of Pulp Fiction. It was recovered in 2013.
Nice.
Oh, poor QT.
Poor QT. How much do you think the cost of a Super Bowl ad was in 1994?
You first.
$4 million.
I'm gonna say about 350,000. 350.
Tree Freddy.
$950.
It was 900,000.
Oh, look at that.
Oh.
I went way high. I don't know why.
Because you're tired.
There's a lot of
Numbers have no meaning.
Yeah, they don't. I just picked one.
So, as a fun history type scandal, a 75-pound bag of cocaine fell out of a plane and landed in the middle of a Florida Crime Watch meeting. Only in Florida.
Yep.
I'd be like, and all right, so we're gonna be crime watching,
Come
and
on
there
now.
it is. We've
Whose
watched
is
it.
this?
We've
found
watched
Who
the
did
crime.
this?
That's hilarious. And also, why does that never happen to me?
Cocaine occasionally washes up on the beaches down here,
I
and
know.
every now and then.
I need to go to the beach more often.
So
All right. Well, there's a lot of stuff in here. I honestly didn't read this far, so
it's okay.
There's
I
deaths.
think you got plenty.
Yeah.
okay. Well, let's finish up with. Oh, hang on. There's the biggest television shows. Do
Oh,
we want to
yeah.
do that or no?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I'm just gonna read
Hold on,
them.
real quick before you do the big television show. The Olympics thing reminded me. This also is the year of Nancy Kerrigan and Tony
Oh, yeah.
Harding.
Yeah. I'm
Because
going to cry
yeah,
like
that's-
Nancy Kerrigan.
That's her.
Oh, I just saw that. I just didn't feel like reading it.
That's
Tanya
her.
Harding, the antagonist, and Nancy Kerrigan, the protagonist. Ice skating rivalry resulted in some friends of Tanya, including her husband Jeff and associates Sean and Shane, attempting to bust Nancy's kneecaps at
Yep.
the U.S. figure skating.
Yes.
Championship? No,
You didn't know that?
But
That
she had to withdraw.
dude came
but did
out
well
with a
for herself
club.
endorsements
Yeah.
and winning the silver medal.
There's,
They tried to bust out her kneecaps.
Right.
What the fuck?
There's a great movie.
yeah, but there's a
I
there's-
Is it the
Tanya.
Tanya Harding movie?
Yeah, I Tanya,
Yes,
yeah.
I, Tanya.
So there's but
Margot
like,
Robbie plays her, right?
right,
Yeah,
Margot
Mar-
Robbie
yeah.
plays her. But there's a
Fuck.
and Heather Langenkamp plays Nancy Kerrigan
Yeah.
in the TV movie back in '94.
Right.
So some Nancy from
Right,
Indian
right.
Registry. Anyway, no, there's actual footage of after the attack and poor Nancy is like holding her knee and crying and just screaming, "Why?"
Because she was going to win the gold.
She was going to win the gold.
No
Yeah.
joke.
She was
yeah.
going to win the gold.
And they took her knees out
They took her knees out.
For figure skating.
Yeah.
for
Right.
figure
Yeah.
skating.
Somebody has mob connections.
And they're on the same
That's
team.
some mob
But
vibes.
look, they're on the same team.
Yeah, they're both and they're
Yeah.
both
They're both-
and they're both good Olympic athletes, but Nancy was just better.
Yeah.
So was Tanya involved in it at all?
Yeah.
Oh,
Or
absolutely.
did they
Yeah.
just do it behind her back? Like they
No, she was
Oh,
100% involved in
yeah.
that.
Tanya.
Allegedly.
Tanya.
Allegedly. Yeah.
Allegedly.
So here's the thing. Not is Tanya Harding was not your typical figure skater. She's trailer trash. Not to be. I mean, she's
Well,
trashy.
she's involved with some
She's
trashy people.
Poor,
obviously.
poor white trash that happened to be able to skate, and she had a good trainer, and they brought her up, and but she was just was always trashy, and
And to be fair, the figure skating
Yeah.
word
To be
treated
fair.
her that way too.
yeah, they did.
she
They
always
treated
had-
her like white trash,
Right. So she always had
She was always subpar.
right when she always and she was a great skater. She just she had this
She was
chip on her shoulder.
unrefined. She was
Right.
unrefined. She was had tacky hair. They made fun of her hair. They made fun of the way her costumes and that kind of stuff.
And so
I want to watch it.
and so she
The
she,
movie,
she
not
knocked.
But she took out her
kneecap.
It's on-
frustration
it's on
on her
Hulu, I think.
teammate.
That's not okay.
But that happens at the end of '93 during the trials. Nancy recovers and skates in the Olympics. She wins silver,
Right.
Mhm.
so she didn't win gold,
Yeah,
but
she
she
won
won
silver.
silver. Oksana
Oksana
Bayul
Bayul. I
wins
remember
gold
her.
from Russia. I guess from the Ukraine. now. I think I don't know. She's Russian or
She
Ukrainian.
was really good though too.
And then,
Roxana Bayul was great.
Yeah. So,
And
and then Oksana got into a DUI accident about a year later.
Yeah.
That's what. So
Poor Nancy. I just want to hold her.
yeah, she is
I
Ukrainian now.
thought she was
Ukrainian, yeah.
She's Ukrainian.
This is also the year that Kurt Cobain died,
It sure
Yeah.
is.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
and Jeffrey Dahmer,
Oh,
and
yeah.
Richard Nixon.
There you go.
Anyway,
Dahmer died that year or captured that year?
Which one? It
Dahmer.
says prison death.
Oh.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
He was captured and died.
I definitely.
Yeah,
listened
he
to it.
died in November 28th of 94.
I mean, I
Like right there at the
I
end.
thought it was a little later, but no. And he got in prison. Like
He got
Mhm.
got, so he
Yeah,
wasn't there very long.
they love.
Yeah, he was captured in 91.
Okay.
Okay. They
He
should-
got in prison. They murdered him in prison. Like inmates killed him.
Yes.
By Dahmer.
Well,
Well, he did eat people.
yeah, he ate people.
Well, they got
and-
it. They had to kill him before he ate.
He
them.
ate people and also sexual assault.
Right.
So,
No, he's a bad mofo.
Well, trust me, I'm not. Sexual assault terrible. Again, he ate people.
but also like in prison, sexual assault's a higher like thing that they don't like.
They're like,
Right.
don't like you raping folks. Eating folks is cool. Just-
Just don't eat me.
Ugh.
Yeah, right.
the terrible thing about that, so there's one of his victims escapes and is caught by the police and then taken back to Dahmer because they thought it was a gay lover spat.
I remember that.
Yeah.
And so
And so, you know.
and then so he ate him.
Gosh, that would be so upsetting. Okay. So I'm just gonna read them.
Yep.
Sure.
Okay. Number 1. I
ER.
kind of want to play no, that's actually number 2. It's also an NBC show though.
Seinfeld.
Seinfeld. Number 3. This dude reminds me of my father.
Is it Married with Children?
No, that's not on here.
Which is a shame because it's a good show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does it go? Oh,
Oh, Home
No.
Improvement.
Oh, Home
Home
Improvement.
Improvement.
yeah. I just want to be the guy that's like, howdy, neighbor.
Wilson.
Yes.
Yeah.
Grace Under Fire.
Oh.
Monday is number 4. Monday Night Football.
Yep.
60 Minutes feels like 60 Minutes is always on there.
It's-
yeah,
Next time we
it's a
play,
hot-
just say 60 Minutes.
Yeah,
You're gonna
say-
get it right.
Say 60 Minutes or Monday Night
Football
Football,
usually
and you'll
on the
be.
list.
Yeah.
You get 2 of the 5 always.
You got NYPD Blue.
Yep.
Murder She Wrote. Friends and Roseanne.
Yeah. That
Yep.
sounds like a 90s lineup.
It sounds like a 90s lineup.
And now to
It's
wrap up,
Nick at Night. So there you go.
we're in a new season. I wasn't here for the. Is this the first movie of the season?
Second.
Second.
Because I thought I missed one, right?
No,
Was I here for that one?
Yeah.
Xanadu.
Xanadu.
you ran it.
Oh, that's right. That's right. It's been a fucking weekend. Okay. Oh my gosh.
This is the first time I'm
But
running
this
this
is my
season.
first time doing fun facts for the season. So instead of, and you didn't do the most popular board game, but it's fine. We're doing the most popular video game of the year.
Okay.
Okay.
Does anybody want to guess what the most popular video game was from 1994? I'm looking at them mainly because I love you. You're not going to know this. Because it's along the lines of the games that we love. You might know it. I'm not going to just, you might know it.
94.
Super Mario World.
No.
Trying to think if Spyro was out yet.
Well, okay. Do you know what system it's on?
Yes. SNES.
Oh, okay.
Was it
Only because I had it.
was it Diablo?
Mm-mm.
How about
She didn't-
Final Fantasy?
She didn't have
No.
a fantasy. So
I found Final Fantasy I played.
This
back
was
in
one
the
of my
day.
favorite games.
Mario Paint.
Okay, first of all, I never played that game. It looks stupid.
Mar-
I want to paint. I
Was
want to
it-
go hit some mushrooms.
Was it Mario Kart?
No, it's not a Mario.
Okay.
Oh, really?
It's not a Mario.
Oh, is it a Zelda game?
No, but we're right there into my wheelhouse, people. What's
Yep.
next? What's next?
Oh,
Don't slip on it.
The Kirby.
I don't know what.
I find this game very appealing.
See, I know you like Mario and
Appealing.
Zelda, but I don't know
It's got
the third one.
it's got bananas and a gorilla in it.
Donkey Kong
She
Country.
got it.
Hey!
Well done.
Thank you.
Donkey
Nice.
Kong Country was the game of 1994.
Never played it.
Me either.
Are you
I played the
fucking
Game
kidding
Boy
me?
Donkey
I love
Kong
that
games.
one so much. It was that Zelda, A Link to the Past,
I think it's
and Super Mario World.
Okay.
Those were my jam. That's what I played as a kid. Boom.
There
Those are
aren't they
good.
on the SNES Classic? Some of them are.
Nice.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
can
all
check.
those were on SNES.
Yeah, no, but I have the SNES Classic in the
Like
cabinet,
the
Oh.
the system.
Yeah.
So because
Look at
there's the NES Classic right there.
You didn't play.
Well, not right now.
Do we play right now? We're done.
We still haven't
Enjoy the
even
rest of
talked
your
about
day.
our
There
movie
was a
yet.
movie.
There's a
It's
movie?
fine. You know, we got to hang around for a little bit. We got some scotch.
I do not see Donkey Kong on it. Oh well.
I'm sorry, I'm done. That was it.
That was it?
my last thing.
Yep.
All right, brothers and sisters, gather around. On October 30th, Devil's Night in Detroit,
Mhm.
Sergeant Albrecht is at the scene of a crime where Shelley Webster has been beaten and raped. Her fiance, musician Eric Draven, lies dead on the street after being stabbed, shot, and thrown out a window. The couple have been planning on getting married the following day on Halloween. Who gets married on Halloween?
A lot of people.
A lot of people.
Yeah.
I almost looked it up. I wonder. Hey, Caleb, find out like
How many?
look
The
up and
average.
see like I know Valentine's Day is up there where Halloween kind of ranks on.
Okay.
See if there's a rank.
So like most popular
Popular-
holidays.
Yeah.
No,
okay.
most popular wedding dates.
Oh, that's more. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, that'll work.
As he leaves for the hospital with Shelley, Albrecht meets a young girl, Sarah, who says that they're friends and they take care of her. And Albrecht reluctantly tells her that Shelley is going to die. 1 year later, a crow taps on Eric's gravestone. Eric awakens and climbs out of his grave. Meanwhile, the street gang who perpetrated the deaths of Eric and Shelley, headed by T-Bird, is setting fires in the city. Upon returning to his old, now derelict apartment, Eric experiences flashbacks of T-Bird and his gang, 1010, Fun Boys, and Skank, committing the murder. Eric soon discovers that any wounds he receives heals immediately. Guided by a crow, he is set out to avenge his and Shelley's murder by killing the perpetrators. The crow helps Eric locate 1010. Eric kills him by stabbing him in every major bodily organ in alphabetical order.
There you go.
Which how they figure that out? Like because it.
I think that was a joke, but you never know.
Yeah.
And takes his coat before going. He does look sweet in the coat.
He does look great. in the
He
coat.
takes his coat before going to the pawn shop where Tintin pawned Shelley's engagement ring, forcing the owner, Gideon, to return it. He then blows up the shop with gasoline, sparing Gideon so he can warn the others.
He's like, "Do you smell that?"
He was literally pouring it right in front of his face. Like he was doing it as they were talking.
Right. After
Come on
finding
now.
Fun Boy with Sarah's drug-addicted mother, Darla, and killing him by making him overdose on his own morphine stash, Eric confronts Darla, squeezing the morphine from her veins, making her realize that Sarah needs her to be a good mom. In the meantime, Top Dollar, the crime boss, who controls all the street gangs in the city, and his lover / half-sister, Micah, have become aware of Eric's action through various reports from witnesses. Eric visits Albrecht, explaining who he is and why he is here. Albrecht tells him that he knows about Shelley's death and that he watched her suffer for 30 hours before dying. Eric touches Albrecht and feels the pain Shelley felt during those hours. Upon leaving Albrecht's apartment, he saves Sarah from getting run over by a car on the way home. He hides his face and disappears, giving her a clue to his identity before disappearing. Hello.
Can't rain forever. Is that what it was?
Yeah, you
Yep.
can't rain forever.
Can't rain forever.
But can't rain all the time.
Can't rain all the time because
Yeah.
that was one of his songs.
That's one of the songs.
I knew it was one of those.
T-Bird and Skank stop at a convenience store to pick up supplies, and Eric arrives and kidnaps T-Bird. Skank follows the pair and witnesses Eric killed T-Bird by forcing his car into the river and also blowing it up.
Yeah.
He escapes and goes to Top Dollar. The next morning, Sarah and her mother begin repairing their strained relationship, and Sarah goes to Eric's apartment to tell him that she misses him and Shelley. Eric assures her that although they can't be friends anymore, he still cares about her. After Grange, Top Dollar's right-hand man, checks the gravesite of Eric, finding it open and empty, Top Dollar holds a meeting with his associates where they discuss the new plans for Devil's Night's criminals' activities. Eric arrives looking for Skank, and a gunfight ensues. With nearly everyone present being killed, including Skank, Top Dollar, Micah, and Grange escape and Micah hypothesizes that by killing the crow, his guide, Eric will no longer be immortal. That makes sense.
Sure.
She knows that because she's Asian.
Because they eat eyes. She can see the future.
Eric, having finished his quest, returns to his grave. Sarah bids him farewell and gives her Shelley's engagement ring. As Sarah walks home, Grange abducts her and takes her to the church where Top Dollar and Micah are waiting. Through the crow, Eric realizes what is happening and goes to rescue her. Grange shoots the crow after it flies into the church, snapping Eric out of his immortality. Micah grabs the wounded crow, intending to take its mystical power. Albrecht arrives, waiting to pay his respects to Eric just after Eric is shot and wounded. Top Dollar grabs Sarah, climbs the bell tower as a fight ensues, and Albrecht kills Grange. The crow escapes Micah's grip, clawing out her eyes and sending her down the bell tower to her death, which was kind of a cool scene.
It was.
When Albrecht is wounded, Eric climbs to the roof of the church on his own. Their Top Dollar admits ultimately responsible for Eric and Sally's death. In their fight, Eric gives Top Dollar the 30 hours of pain he absorbed from Albrecht. Then the sensation sends Top Dollar over the roof of the church to his own death. Sarah accompanies Albrecht to the hospital, and Eric is reunited with Shelley at their graves. The crow, carrying Shelley's engagement ring in its beak, later lands on Eric's grave and drops the ring into Sarah's hand before flying off over the city and into the night. While Sarah monologues, affirms that while people die, love lasts forever. Credits. So you had thoughts. Who has thoughts first? I know this is one of your favorite films.
It is.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. I've not seen it in about 15 years, and for me, it held up. So, but I'll let you guys talk first. I just talk for a lot.
As far as wedding dates, as of last year, October ain't even on the list.
Oh, really?
Of top 10, yeah.
That's really surprising because October
it's all around summer. So
maybe we just have
it's like
weird
July.
friends
It's like July, May,
We just have weird
May to
friends.
August is what.
Yeah.
So not as many people we think.
All right. Well, there you go.
I wonder if that would change if you looked in the South. Because like that would make sense for weddings like where it gets cold in the winter. Because it's not as easy to do.
Well,
all
in
that
this
when it's cold.
in this state, you can't have a wedding in the fall until football season's over.
It's true.
People will get
Yeah.
upset, like
That's
you like,
true.
or you have to have the Alabama game on during the wedding because they're not going to. I mean, seriously, I've seen people get upset about it.
No joke. When I married my first husband, we had a December wedding, and apparently there was some sort of football playoff game. The date we chose, of course, we chose the date
Prior,
to whatever.
Yeah.
But my ex-husband's asshole stepfather, literally during the ceremony, was listening to the game during the ceremony.
That would have been a sign.
Yeah.
Well, it was his stepfather, so but it was like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Rude.
Apparently, even on a holiday list, it doesn't make top 10. Number 1 is Labor Day, and then
Really?
yeah, and then surprisingly enough, and then Valentine's is number 9. Christmas is last. Out of the top
Christmas
10.
weddings gotta suck.
Yeah,
No
I
one
wouldn't
wants to go
want
to a wedding on Christmas.
No, ours was December 5th.
Right.
Yeah, Columbus Day is second.
It's the weekends that people have long weekends.
Yep,
Yeah,
Yeah,
that makes
sense.
sense.
because it's Labor Day, Columbus Day, Memorial Day, 4th of July,
Yeah, makes sense.
Veterans Day, New
Yeah,
Year's,
long weekends.
Thanksgiving, Martin Luther King,
Wow.
Valentine's, and then Christmas.
Well, all right.
Yeah,
Watch that every day.
yeah.
So yeah,
So,
Who
yeah,
wants to start?
we'll let Justina because she had so many thoughts. I'm gonna rave about how great this
Okay.
movie is. So we
Yeah,
need.
you
Yeah,
said
I want to
something
hear
last.
her
Yeah.
thoughts.
I kind of am too. So.
I did enjoy it, but it wasn't miserable. So let me elaborate a little bit. I think the acting was poor. Like the lines felt delivered, and it didn't feel like it was in the moment. Like everything felt delivered. So it didn't. Sarah was probably the best to me. No. Black Cop, he was great.
So Ernie Hudson.
Yeah, he was
You know, he's
fantastic.
one of the Ghostbusters.
He's
Yeah.
Ghostbuster.
Yeah. So the two of them, I think, and they were in it a lot. So
Yeah.
as they
Yeah.
should be. I think they were fantastic. The rest of them just felt forced. Crazy Guy was okay. I don't know. It just felt
Several
really
of-
cheesy.
There were several of Brandon Lee's lines
thought
that
Brandon
were ad libbed.
I mean, I don't know. His just all seemed like it was awkward. Like
Well-
every line he delivered felt awkward.
He was awkward
I mean, that
because
might be
he's
it.
came back from the dead. He's dead and kind of crazy.
I think Ernie Hudson and the girl played Sarah. I
Oh,
think they
yeah.
have the best chemistry.
They did.
Yeah, they do. Yeah,
They did.
Because I buy her as a Street rat.
smart,
Yeah.
a little bit smart.
I buy
for
her as a street rat, so she's so
She really
just-
didn't do
it
much
felt
afterwards.
like
Rochelle
really
Davis. Yeah,
good.
she's just started in the last couple of years. Has got back in the scene a little bit. So
Rochelle Davis.
Yeah.
To me,
Said really
it
good
wasn't that. And his name is Brandon, correct?
Yeah.
Brandon Lee.
It's not
Brandon
that he
Lee.
was a bad actor. It just felt like, you know, when you tell a joke and it doesn't land because you don't deliver it right. Like it felt like all of his lines were like that. And it may have been just the time that the movie was made or the
Mhm.
style of the movie. It made sense. But watching it, it was like, oh, you didn't sell it, buddy. Like that's how it felt watching it to me because I had not seen it before. That was my interpretation. And then like there's scenes that were really good. I really enjoyed the scene where the crow ate out the eyes. I think like overall the story was great. It felt very dark. Like all I could think about was Batman because it felt like that everything was on fire. Like if I had to imagine a city for Gotham City, it's like watching it. It was like this is when you would need a Batman. Like there's crime everywhere.
Right.
And they're literally like set the city on fire, and the cops like, guys, come on, like, oh, let's go, because they're so used to it. It just felt like that kind of environment where it was just like Crime City.
Yeah.
But I think watching it, having had not seen it before, and there's no easy way to say it without it sounding terrible, but I think the fact that he died on the set of it made that movie much more than it would have been, because it was so interesting to me in that context that like this movie is literally about someone dying and then coming back, and this actor genuinely dies while making this movie, and it makes so much sense in the movie and the way that they were able to continue it because they got so much of it already.
Yeah.
Like it was just fascinating to me in that aspect, and I think it gave it a deeper depth to the story because it was like he lived it. Not that I recommend anybody go out there and commit that hard to their film, because it's obviously not intended. Like, so there's no easy way to say it, but I think that gave it a really true like cult type of depth to it, which is cool.
I mean, I could see that. During that time, Brendan Lee was like really an up and coming actor.
That's what I heard.
And he would have, I think he would have had a really long, successful career had he not died. And there would have been better sequels than the crappy sequels.
There are sequels. Of
Yes,
that?
There's four Crow movies total.
Is
And
it
then
always
a
the
TV
crow
show,
that
and
just
then a
wakes
TV show.
somebody up?
Yeah, they change crows every time.
Yeah.
There's always a new crow.
A new
New
crow.
story.
Well, it's like, Jason Momoa. They had toyed with him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I remember
Dude,
that.
yeah.
They had that thing we watched.
Yeah, we
Right.
talked about it in the
Right.
last season.
And so it's hard. I will say that his death throughout the whole movie, watching it this time, was always in the back of my mind, watching it and just saying, man, what a complete shame, because he was beautiful. I thought he was a great actor. He was, of course, like his father, he'd done martial arts since he could walk. He lost 40 pounds for this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
And he wasn't a big guy to begin with.
Yeah, he was already pretty lean.
Yeah, he was pretty lean because he's a martial artist, but he was a little bit more muscular, bulkier, and he lost 40 pounds for this movie because he's not, was supposed to be that gaunt kind of whatever. But just dedicated guy. And what I think is interesting is like he was warned by people on set that they were afraid that he was going to die
because his dad did.
making a movie. Yeah,
Yep.
And it was like a
curse.
don't die on my film.
After we get talking after libations, when I get into the
Yeah.
there's a whole section about how this movie's cursed.
Yeah.
So we'll
You
I'm
told us
assuming
that after you made me watch it, Scotty. I brought
no,
this into my life.
I assume we're going to talk about that, and we're going to also talk about the rumor of his death in the film.
The rumor of his death.
Well, because there's speculation of whether the scene is there or not.
It's not.
It's not. The answer is it's not.
It's not
Yeah.
there. So that's why I didn't put the rumor in there because it's not. It is not in there.
Yeah.
No.
A lot.
I mean, you
for a
could
long
tell-
time. For a long time, it was rumored though. Like that was
that they left it.
That was part of the cult status. Was that people watched it to see if it was there.
Yeah, a lot of people were like, because we're terrible.
Oh,
people.
that is interesting because I just assumed it was, and I tried to
Nope.
figure out which one it was.
No, they. So as part of since I guess we're not going to go into it, I can talk about it.
Sure.
Right? Yeah. So the family. There was a lawsuit, of course, and an investigation. They turned over the footage of what happened for the investigation because you have to.
Right.
And then after the investigation, it was burnt. That footage, it's gone. It's gone. As part of the lawsuit, they had to get rid of it, and instead, what they did, because the scene is the beginning. It's when it's part of the. It was the when he dies in the flashbacks, and they actually rewrote the script.
Literally the very beginning.
They rewrote the script too.
Holy moly.
But they filmed backwards.
Yeah.
So it was they had already filmed obviously
Most
But
of
the
they
majority
film
of the movie.
They film most of the movie.
Yeah, and actually,
most of it.
there's actually a cut. There's a cut character because they rewrote the script, which they had already filmed those scenes with that character too. And so they redid it, and it was a gunshot that killed him, but they changed it to a knife, and they reshot it with his body double and CGI'd his face onto the body double.
And the fun facts: it originally was a stab, a knife that killed him, and then on set last minute they changed it to a gun.
Yeah.
And that's
and
I mean,
and part of it was they had the wrong guy on set handling the gun.
and the same situation. It wasn't like a real bullet, but it was the fake bullet had the right.
Yeah,
kind
they
of
forgot.
wadding in it.
They forgot to take it out.
And so that's what killed him.
I heard that the guy that actually shot the gun
Mhm.
actually stepped back for a while.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
for a
he's-
long time and had a really, really hard time
Yeah.
with it.
Oh, yeah,
Had
absolutely.
nightmares until he died.
Yeah.
He just recently died a few years back.
He said it. Yeah. It was
Yeah,
really
That's
devastated him.
to be in that position, which I don't know how long we want to talk about this, but it's like that kind of ties into the whole Alec Baldwin
Yeah,
thing
it's
that's
a
going
very
on right
similar
now,
situation.
where it's it's the same situation where it's like who's to blame in that situation. I mean, granted, we're a little bit further from 1994, so
Right.
it should be a little bit, especially because somebody has died in that context. Like
But
the safety of it should be a little bit more
the
strict.
thing is you have prop people that are supposed to, you should have prop people and safety people on set that are supposed to check those guns.
We'll get into all of that
Yeah.
later. However, but on that lines, ultimately this is down to the producers of the film because they did enough things to cut corners and save money.
Yep.
And including why they filmed it in North Carolina. And the reason why they filmed it in North Carolina was it was a right to work state, so they could fire and hire anybody as needed. And so they did a lot of that. There's a lot.
Yeah.
Lots of shady stuff in this movie.
A lot of the issue was the weapons master was off that day.
Are we talking about Alec or are we talking about the
for
Crow?
Brandon.
The Crow.
The Crow. We're talking about this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Crow.
Okay.
So for Brandon Lee's death,
but again,
I see.
the weapon
but
master
again,
was off that day.
Similar situations
Yeah.
where it's producers trying to cut.
That's why I was
corners.
like,
Yeah.
which one are we talking about? 'Cause I don't know what's
Both
happening.
similar situation. History repeats itself.
Anyway,
I love this movie. I love the way it looks. The director who made this, Alex Proyas, went off and did Dark City, which also is got this kind of
is that a Batman movie?
no, but it looks like a Batman movie.
Yeah, it's
It's got
kind of
that. It's a weird. It's
a near
It's
me.
on the short
Ooh,
list.
Dark
Yeah.
Knight. That's the Dark
Yeah.
Batman one.
Right.
Okay.
He also
But,
did iRobot.
He did iRobot, which is a lot brighter.
Mhm.
It is a lot brighter.
I love iRobot.
iRobot's good. He's a good director.
Yeah.
I really like his stuff.
I like I really love those AI movies. They really anything that has like the Asimov feel to it,
Mhm.
that's right up my alley. Love it.
Really? Good to know.
Favorite scenes.
In this movie, I like one of my favorite scenes is when like when he's going to the house in the very beginning and he's becoming the Crow and he does the makeup, and as a theater person that really resonated with me, because he was an entertainer, and so the whole act of becoming the Crow, I really enjoyed. I liked, let's see, there's so many. I mean, I
liked any of the interactions with Sarah and Albright.
I
like
love
all those
good
interactions.
chemistry. They're-
Such good chemistry. I like honestly, I thought Brandon Lee was kind of hilarious. Like he was very humorous in the role.
I
Like,
thought he was.
He brought some humor. I forgot how humorous this film was to a degree.
Yeah,
So,
I like
want
those.
onions on a hot dog. No, onions make you fart. Big laugh. That's cool.
That's my favorite part. Is every time they're at the food truck.
Yeah,
Like
Yeah.
anytime they're at the food truck, I was like, that was my favorite part.
Right.
I liked all. I mean, there's just so much. I mean, I just love
two-
the movie.
Three things. There's three things stand out for me. In the opening, when the stunt guy does when Eric is becoming the Crow and he jumps out the window and swings on the window,
Right.
and swings back, and then
Right.
that just
I love that.
that action pose, that very comic booky.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean, this is based on a comic book, so it's
Yeah.
like it's a very comic book.
It's gonna be
kind of-
You mean
What?
the action hero landing?
yeah. It looks. So, I was just like, hell yeah! I was just like,
Yeah.
I love that.
I love it.
I love how they kill T-Bird
yeah.
in the car, and he puts like the phosphorus grenade in his crotch. and
God, that's
damn,
awesome.
I'm just like, that's terrible.
Although Fun Boy is my favorite kill of the film. Like, I like the Fun Boy one.
Is that
That's
the one that
the-
looked like he was on like the
That's the
hardest
morphine. That's
drugs
the morphine one.
of
Yeah.
all of them?
Oh yeah,
no.
I like that whole scene too. I like the scene with the mother
Yeah.
afterwards.
Yeah.
You know,
Right, and
Her reconnecting to her daughter.
and then I like at the end where Top Dog is confronting Eric, and he's like, "I got an impression for you." Go, boom! I'm dead. Damn, this is like. Oh, also, personal note.
okay.
So there's a scene where Top Dog has got all his like minions, and they're like,
Right.
"This is what we're gonna do for
Yeah.
Devil's Night. This is our Devil's Night plan, or
Right.
whatever." And
It's like, isn't it the same thing every?
right. Then the Crow
What are we
shows
gonna
up,
do
the
tonight,
Crow shows
Brain?
like, "Hey guys, continue your evil meeting. I just want to kill that guy."
Right.
And and Top Dog's like, "No, you can't have him.
Mhm.
Hey guys, kill this dude." And so he stands up and he just takes 1,000,000 gunshots and then falls dead. And then he goes under the table. The Crow goes under the table, and then he starts grabbing bad guys under the table. Okay, if I'm one of the bad guys,
I'm out.
this is when I quit. I'm gonna look to Top Dollar and I'll be like, "All right, look, this is magic,
and I'm not doing it.
Right? Magic's not in my contract.
Nope.
I'll
I
fight
can't kill
anything.
magic.
Right? We shot him. He died. Magic.
Right.
This is some ghost shit. Don't do it in my
I'm out.
contract. I'm out. So you guys have a good day. I hope you get your skank man, whatever. I'm gonna go trick or treat with my kids. That's what I'm gonna go do. I should go be a good father right now.
Right.
Gideon, the pawn shop owner, also should have gave up way sooner.
You
Like-
think?
Like, what stakes did he have to go to Top Dollar and be like, "Hey, I need you to fix this problem for me"? Like, no.
Well, I mean, typically that's how that should work. I'm assuming that Gideon's paying Top Dollar protection money,
Yeah.
and so they blow up my pawn shop. Go, hey, I've
Right.
paid you all this money.
Yeah,
This is the thing I'm paying
Top
you for.
Dollar, because Top Dollar mentions, he asks everybody, "Hey, who did that?" Because that wasn't on the list of our hits for
Right.
Right.
what we are allowed to blow up on Devil's Night. But
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm out. I'm just like,
Yeah.
not a
But
magic.
John Polito just needs to stay away from immortal beings, because Highlander, the Crow, it doesn't work out.
That work out for him.
You give a libation
I
for us?
do have a libation. So, let me get it all out.
Fire it up! Fire it up! Fire it up!
So,
I like
my,
your bag.
thank you. Isn't that nice?
It is
Ooh,
nice.
it's nice.
So, my libation is called the Crow.
Mm.
I joked earlier that it should have had rain in the title.
It should have, but
Can't rain all the time.
you like all the things I'm pulling
I'm
out,
all.
don't you?
You just keep it
Yeah,
going,
it's
girl. You
looking
just
good.
keep it going. Don't you stop.
All right.
After that long flight,
Mhm.
you were in Detroit.
Mhm. So,
Yeah, we didn't get to talk about
We didn't
that
get to
yet.
talk about this. You were
I
in
didn't
Detroit.
realize this movie was filmed in
Yeah, you talk
Detroit.
about this.
But I did just fly back from Detroit. Landed about an hour. Well, we've been talking a little while. Landed 2 hours ago. Came straight to the podcast. Podcast. That's why I can't speak. I'm so tired.
Yeah.
Hashtag dedication. There's the words.
Hashtag jet lag.
Pretty much, yeah.
You got 2 kids sick at home, and you're
I
just like, I
do.
gotta do this podcast, kids.
Yep. And then I go from here to my sick kids. So she can keep pulling things out of the bag, is what I'm saying right now. It was a lot of fun. It was my first time ever going to Michigan. They have a very good collection of gluten-free beer, which was fabulous. They had a pretty good collection of ciders, which are gluten-free. I knew that ciders were gluten-free, but the only one I ever see is Angry Orchard. And for some reason, I thought I didn't like it. So the first place we went to, but I love apple cider.
Yeah.
So the first, like the actual drink, not like the beer.
Yeah.
So the first place we went to was a dinner right after we landed with the executives of the company we were doing a shoot for. And like they were all ordering beers. And it's, of course, like I'm not going to order a cocktail while everybody's getting beer. It seems weird because I'm not paying. Like, I don't know. You kind of read the room. You're like, there's a certain level price point, right?
Right.
So they had cider. I got it, and it was delightful. I was like, why have I not done this all this time? I could have just been drinking cider off the tap. So I tried a collection of different ciders, and they had some gluten-free beer, and I had Detroit-style pizza, which is not gluten-free, but I decided to destroy my body to have Detroit pizza, and it was fabulous. It was an 8 square. That's what they call them. They call them squares.
Yeah.
So good. So good. So sorry. Continue.
No, you're fine.
No.
All right. So in the Crow, it's really simple. It's supposed to be served in a chilled glass, but I'm not bringing my glassware to you people.
Fair.
I'm just saying that.
Yeah.
Fair.
So
you know what I need to do? We need to get glassware for the studio. What do you think about that?
Yes, but then we'd have to wash it somewhere.
There's somewhere to wash it. We'll figure it out.
It would be cool. Cocktail glasses.
Yeah.
That'd be nice to
figure it
have,
out.
like, for certain things. But for today, we're using our plastic cups because that's what we're doing. But I did bring a very nice scotch.
You
It's
did. didn't
Bowmore.
12 year? All right.
Hmm?
It's a 12 year.
12-year scotch, yeah.
So
So
delightful already.
it is an ounce and a half,
It's older than some of your kids.
right?
Is it older than me?
So there's
Oh,
3 of
12
us,
years.
so I'm
Yeah.
gonna make like all 3 of them in one cup. So
Do it.
it's an ounce and a half. So we're gonna do 3 of those.
Yeah, baby. All right.
It kind of looks like an old fashioned, but different.
Oh, it's not though.
Okay, I'm
Okay.
sorry.
So
Continue.
then it's gonna be an ounce of fresh lemon juice. I'm not squeezing lemons today, but I did get organic lemon juice. That's actual, not from concentrate, because
Okay.
I like you guys.
Thank
Mhm.
you.
So
Oh.
it's an ounce of that. So we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, and it calls for 1/3 of an ounce of grenadine. Well, that means we're just going to do 1 ounce.
Look at that.
Look at that.
It's like it was meant to be. Is that the blood of the enemies? Is that the heroin, the lemon juice? I'm really trying to
That's
connect
what
this to
it
the
is.
movie. And the whiskey is the fire of the city.
It's about to be fire. And you
That-
shake. You always smile when you shake.
You're doing a great job.
Thank you. All right.
Caleb, I love you. I'm probably not going to stand up. I don't.
Oh
mean
no, you're
anything
fine.
by it.
I'm
just
I'll get
tired.
up to do it. Don't
I,
worry.
I might trip over a cord,
Don't
to
worry.
be quite honest. It's been a weekend.
Fire it up. Fire it up.
Though he really wasn't helping with those fires because he kept
All right.
putting fires of his
If you're
crow.
being fancy, you're going to garnish with a lemon peel.
Ooh.
But we did not squeeze our lemon juice, so
Yeah.
There's no lemon peel.
no lemon. peel.
Come get your drink, Caleb.
Ooh. Nice shirt.
All right.
Yeah. He's wearing black too.
I know. I'm the odd man out.
Stephanie.
No, she beats to the
Yeah.
beat of their own drum or
I
whatever.
do my own thing,
She does her
man.
own thing.
So,
Ooh,
and
that's
that
so
is the
cool.
crow.
She's wearing black
So-
shorts.
Cheers.
Fire it up. Fire it up.
Well, that is interesting.
Yeah.
I wonder why they made it with those things and called it the Crow. Is it based off the movie or is it just called the Crow?
I'm not sure. I tried to research it, but I looked on several. This is an actual cocktail. Like,
Okay.
so it's a very. So, but you can.
The flavor of it reminds me of something.
What does it remind you of?
I don't know. It's like the aftertaste. I can't place it.
It's pretty good. It's supposed to be like
Like it has like a
sipped on smoky.
smoky.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
the scotch
very
I
smoky,
used.
Yeah.
That's the scotch I used. So
Okay.
depending on what
Like,
kind
it
of
kind
scotch
of
you
has
use.
like a smoky aftertaste.
Yeah, I like a smoky scotch.
Okay.
So that's. But you
Yeah,
know.
that's what it is.
Anyway,
It's not
enjoy,
bad.
guys.
It's delightful. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I have some apocrypha.
All right.
James O'Bear, who's wrote and drew The Crow, stated that when he originally met with movie executives, they had originally wanted him to make this a musical
No.
starring Michael Jackson. He immediately laughed, uncontrollably thinking it was a joke, only to find out they were quite serious.
Do you see the look on my face?
Can we do it?
No.
Can we do
No.
it? You can like make the flames look like they're coming from buildings. You would just have flames popping up, all like a book where you do the thing and it pops up and down like a pull tab. Oh my gosh!
She wants to make the musical.
I want to make it a musical. I need somebody who knows how to write music.
No.
I want to
Kinda like
make
the
it a
horrified look on her
musical.
But you make it like a rock musical.
Every time
No.
homegirl and homeboy are at the food truck, oh, that's a song and dance. That's a song and dance, like Singing in the Rain. But they song and dance
No.
in it. There's gonna be a cat that shows up one time. It's gonna be so good.
What
It'll
is
be so
wrong with
good.
you people?
I'll write it when I get home. Call me if you know
Tell
how to
her,
write a
baby.
musical.
I don't just.
Oh my gosh, I'm about it.
No.
James O'Bear wanted wanted Johnny Depp to play Eric Draven.
I could see that.
Yeah, I
actually.
can see it.
Could you see him in a musical?
Yes, it's called Into the Woods.
Exactly.
True story.
River Phoenix and Christian Slater turned down the role.
Interesting.
And Cameron Diaz was offered the role of Shelley, but turned it down
Oh.
because she didn't like the script.
I'm
Mm.
glad she turned it
Yeah.
down. I don't know.
Shelley's not really in it.
It's not-
I
Yeah.
know, but she doesn't have the look. Like Shelly really looked like she went really well with Brandon.
Yeah.
Like they looked good together, and they looked like the people that would have a wedding on
Wasn't
Halloween.
she pretty?
She was so pretty.
Yeah.
She was like a natural looking pretty.
Christian
She was
Slater-
very
pretty.
Christian Slater's another one that made sense. I could see Christian Slater as because this is during his true romance phase and
Yeah, True and Cuffs and
Do you have some cookies over there?
Huh?
Do you have the cookies over there?
I hope so because I've got
I'm hungry.
munchies. Hold
Oh,
on.
I just saw them.
But yeah, because this is during his true romance
Mm.
days,
Yeah, go.
his post, like his still like kind of a ladies' man
healthy
type
cookie?
look.
the idea of a healthy cookie just
Actually, really.
doesn't sound.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
I'm good.
It doesn't. I don't know. Healthy cookie.
I picked them out because they were gluten free, so she could have some.
nice.
Yeah, it was very nice of her.
Look at you being a friend.
I know. My
Thank you
first.
for being a friend.
I'm not gonna lie. If they had had what I wanted, you wouldn't have had those because
fair.
I was looking for cannolis because I was craving and they
Oh.
were out.
That's okay. I understand.
One day we'll do the Godfather 3,
Yes.
and so we can have cannolis
Cannolis.
because cannolis was used as a weapon in that movie.
And also, can we have a bowl of oranges sitting on the table?
absolutely.
Mhm.
So, not having seen any Godfather, we'll just do the third one.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Well, that's gonna happen.
That's gotta happen now that you said it.
Yeah,
I'll
The
bring
worst of the
oranges.
Godfather movies.
I'll bring the cannoli.
What about the guns?
I guess
That's
bring
you,
the
buddy.
That's the first one.
It's
Though.
all you.
I know.
Leave the guns, take the cannoli. So is this movie cursed? Here's some things that will make you think it's cursed. Of course, let's get the big one out of the way. On the set of the film, the crow Brandon Lee was accidentally killed when a prop pistol shot him in the abdomen. Two decades earlier, Bruce Lee's character, Bruce Lee, not himself, was shot by a prop gun by the Stick the Assassin during a Taken Game of Death. Lee died later, but everyone's confusing that Lee also died on set. He didn't. Production was so troubled that one of the neighboring productions in the EUE studios began taking bets on mishaps until a fire destroyed several of their sets as well.
Mhm.
That's what you get, bitches.
There were several accidents that befell the production crew, leading to a widespread belief that this film was cursed. A carpenter suffered serious burns on his upper body during the first day of filming. A manual worker had a screwdriver get embedded into his hand.
Right.
An equipment truck burst into flames. A stuntman broke several ribs after falling through a roof. A rigger was horribly electrocuted. A disgruntled set sculptor went berserk and drove his car through the props room, destroying it, and a hurricane destroyed several of the sets.
I have a question.
Yes.
Do you think The Crow is to movies as Macbeth is to theater? Like you do
Ooh.
not say The Crow on set.
On set.
No.
I don't know because
It is now.
Poltergeist is also up there.
Poltergeist was also very cursed, but
Well, yeah. Also, dead bodies, real dead bodies.
Yeah, real dead
And-
bodies.
Are in.
There was a real dead body in this one.
Oh.
no.
There was a lot. There was a lot of cost and corner cutting on the set. One of the crew recalled they were trying to make a $30 million movie for $18 million. The film was filmed in Wilmington, North Carolina, because North Carolina was a right-to-work state. This allowed the producers to get away with pay, conditions, and crew crucially production schedules that had been nuked by unionized Hollywood. They began filming at night outdoors, but the aforementioned hurricane destroyed the sets, so they moved the production indoors without changing the schedule, as switching the production from nights to days would require a 24-hour turnover, time that harried productions teams didn't have. Moreover, it was still so cold that the camera rails had to be de-iced during filming by riggers with blowtorches hiding out of the shot.
Nothing like using a good old-fashioned blowtorch, and that's where the fires came from, and they decided to keep it in the movie.
It's probably how the rigger got electrocuted and how the other guy got burned really bad. What's the body count in this movie? Bar trivia. We're at bar trivia.
Like
real
the
life or
real body or the film bodies?
Steve?
Fictional.
It's not just me making the jokes.
Fictional body count.
Okay.
25.
No.
Let me see.
So
Thank you for being a friend.
obviously you've got the main crew,
Uh-huh.
and then you've got
I feel like I put thought in this.
you got the boss, his sister wife.
Sister wife.
That's true.
Keep going, buddy.
It's half
Prove
sister,
it.
but half
Prove
sister,
it.
but yes. And then the main, his right hand man, and then the real question is how many people were at that meeting. Pawn shop guy got killed.
I'm going to say 18.
18.
18
he's-
sounds right.
He's thinking way too long on this. I'm
Yeah.
just going to throw a number
Yeah,
out.
18 20, just so I'm not doing the
So-
same number.
18, 20, 25.
Yep.
The actual number is 31.
Oh, wow.
Did they take into account every fire going and if there were people in those buildings?
They did not.
No.
No, it's on screen probably.
Okay, so the Crow guides Eric Draven to the villains, starting with Tintin, who struck first blood.
Yep.
Right.
The remaining villains were in the order they raped Shelley. Tintin starts in on Shelley first, but Fun Boy pushes him out of the way, saying, "Me first." So that's how the order happens.
Okay.
Originally, Fun Boy, Michael Massier, was not supposed to fire the gun at Brendan Lee's character, which ultimately led to Lee's death. It was changed at last minute by director Alex Proyas. It was supposed to be stabbing, then they changed the shotting. He dies, they change it back to stabbing. Although it was not his fault for the death of Brendan Lee, Michael Massier stopped acting for a year because he was so traumatized by the incident. He wouldn't come back until he did 7.
That's a hell of a movie to
I know,
jump
what
into.
a deep
after
after
being
being back from.
Traumatized.
He had nightmares about it up until his death in 2016, and he said he never watched.
How
the
did he
film.
die?
You can look that one up for me. I didn't write it
Yeah,
down.
I was looking at
But
his
died in
stuff earlier.
2016.
Yeah.
The director originally wanted to shoot the entire movie in black and white, closer to the comics, and only using color in Draven's flashback scenes with high contrast themes. But the studio executive didn't allow him to allow him the equipment with that approach. They made ProRes shoot as much of the movie in monochromatic color themes mixed with reds and dark grays.
I think that would have been really cool
I think
Yeah.
so too.
Yeah.
with like a noir kind of
Yeah.
feeling.
So
That would
here's
have been pretty cool.
So Michael Massey died of stomach cancer.
Okay.
oh
sucks.
man, stomach cancer.
Yeah. Brandon Lee was shot in the stomach.
You don't say the crow on set.
Here's one for you.
Okay.
So the director said that Brendan Lee was unhappy with the way his face paint looked with the makeup department applied it to him before shooting. So Lee and Proas then agreed that it would look best if Lee applied his own makeup every night before going to bed, so that when he woke up, his face paint would naturally look more worn.
Yes.
So he went to.
Oh, that was cool.
So do you know the studio who originally was financing this movie?
No.
It's Paramount Pictures.
Okay.
Okay.
This was a Paramount film originally. And it was initially developed and they developed and financed the film, but after Lee's tragic death, which caused production to shut down with an incomplete film, they wrote the project off. They're like,
Right.
there's no way we're remaking this.
Yeah.
Entertainment Media Investment Corporation was created for the purpose of buying the final film and completing it using the groundbreaking CGI, special effects, and body doubles for Lee's scenes.
Yep.
Which do you know where those are? The fake scenes, the non-Brandon Lee scenes are the opening.
The
Yeah.
opening. Oh, yeah,
So,
that's right. It's
yeah.
all the opening.
It's
the
all
whole-
it's all the flashbacks and the opening. Yep.
Yeah, well, not all the flashbacks, but
a lot of them.
Yeah, but the entire opening of the film was pretty much a stunt double and some
Yep.
CGI.
Mhm.
And the CGI is really noticeable. I didn't notice it because it's been years, and so the technology is a lot different. So and it's real early because it's they use a scene where he is in the alleyway and there's rain and stuff. They cut that out, that scene out, and put him in the apartment, and so it kind of looks kind of off, just slightly, but it's still good.
Oh, well, they did have they had made a mask of Brandon Lee where he looked, and it looked just like him, the mask, and they put it on the stunt double, and the cast and everybody was so disturbed by it because it looked just like him.
That's be hard.
They're like, no, we can't do this.
Yeah. Fun fact, that was my next.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, it's great. I can skip it. Oh, here's one. According to Empire magazine, cocaine abuse was rampant on the set.
That does not surprise me.
With cameramen shooting while high, crew going into the toilets to snort between shots, and people cutting around. One crew member recalls hearing the sound of a sneeze on the set one day, and an annoyed Brandon Lee quipped, "Well, someone just lost $50." With his profits from the film, James O'Barr bought his mother a car and a surround system for himself. Then he donated the rest. Oh. I was really good friends with Brandon, so it just felt like blood money to me. Yeah. He said that at a comics convention in 2009. I didn't want to profit at his expense, and I kept the secret as long as I could. It's not charity if you get credit for it.
There you go.
That's true.
Yep. The production didn't have the money or the space to shoot the car chase sequence, so they did it with miniatures.
Oh, cool.
Which looked really, really good.
Yeah. I thought it was.
Yeah, it looked good.
Now I want to go watch that part again.
The incendiary device which Eric drops in T-Bird's lap is a white phosphorus grenade, which, when it detonates, burns at 2,500 degrees Fahrenheit.
Ooh.
Poor T-Bird's nuts.
What nuts?
Word. The line, "I've seen you made your decision, now let's see you enforce it," is taken from a statement made by President Andrew Jackson regarding the ruling of the Supreme Court that the Indian Removal Act was illegal. Fuck you, Andrew Jackson. The line was altered from the John Marshall's decision. Now let's see him enforce it to use it in the movie.
Right.
The phrase "it can't rain all the time" is inspired by an encounter that writer James O'Barr had as a teen while living in Missouri prior to enlisting in the Marines. Down on his luck, O'Barr found himself unable to pay for groceries. Frustrated, he decided to buy just rice, to which the man in line behind him stated, "You can't eat rice all the time," while paying for O'Barr's groceries. And the man turned out to be the mayor of the town, and he based Albrecht's character off of him.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
That is cool.
Lindley Cadwell, the widow of Bruce Lee, and the mother Brandon Lee filed a negligence case against the producers, and she settled out of court for the tune of $3 million. Even though the movie based on the comic is called The Crow, none of the birds used in the film are actually crows.
Nope. They are not.
All of them, in fact, are ravens, which have which are much larger than crows and have much longer, more impressive.
They're
beaks.
prettier,
They
and
are.
that's why they were used.
One of the films, one of the ravens.
because crows are dicks. You couldn't get them. to do
No,
what you
ravens are just prettier birds.
One of the ravens used in this film was named Magic and was used in all the following movies.
Oh wow!
So did it? And
Get it, little magic raven?
Magic
Yeah.
the Raven did all the Crow movies.
Okay.
Brandon celebrated his 28th birthday on the set of The Crow. He was given a cake and ice cream, which he could not partake in because he was such on a strict diet because of his role. We talked about that.
Man, I would have eaten a piece of cake and ice cream. I'm
Listen,
sorry.
when you're in Detroit, you eat the pizza. Okay, Brandon.
Well, he was in North Carolina.
It's
But
North
but
Carolina.
you understand the connection there. Okay.
Yep.
Although the tone of the film is very similar to the comic, there are many changes from the comic.
Mm-hmm.
And the comic, Top Dollar is a member of T-Bird's gang as opposed to heading up the crime of the city. Micah and Grange were also not present in the comic, and there was never mention about the Crow being a power source. Also in the comic, Skank was not involved in the murder of Eric and Shelley. Instead, a character named Tom Tom was. Sarah also serves as the minor woman at first meeting Eric after his death, and Albrecht, as he appears in the movie, is a combination of a street officer named Albrecht in the comics and police captain Hook. Another major change is Eric is a mechanic in the comic, and his last name was never mentioned. He was changed to a musician as an homage to all the music reference James O'Barr had in the comic. In the comic, the murders are actually a twist of bad luck with T-Bird's gang while high on a drug ambush, high on drugs, ambushing Eric and Shelley when their car breaks down. And in the comics, it's Eric is actually the one who lasts for 30 hours in intensive care, with most events implied as possibly being a revenge fantasy as he lies in a coma.
I like the love romance part of it.
I do too.
Like
Yeah.
he did what he needed to, and then she put him to rest.
Right.
Right.
Yep.
That was nice.
So, fun facts. Devil's Night is a real thing.
Yep.
Well, yeah, the devil has to live sometime.
And so Devil's Night started as early as the 1940s, and it focused on minor pranks and acts of mild vandalism,
It's the purge.
egging, soaping windows, bags of flaming dog poop, toilet paper, and things that caused little or no property damage. But in the 70s, it escalated to arson and soon became a huge problem.
Yeah.
In 1984, 800 fires were set on Devil's Night.
Oh Jesus, where?
Detroit. This was
Okay.
Detroit.
Yeah.
In 1994, 300 fires were set.
Wow.
314 teens were arrested for violating curfew. Families where 2 people were arrested for arson at the time, with more arrests later that month. The city of Detroit had to order for teens, organized volunteers to patrol the streets. Local cable companies unscrambled premium channels to encourage young people to stay home for the weekend.
Nice.
Angels Night was started right after to combat Devil's Night. Angels Night did its job. It had volunteers, like I said, all the formation stuff, and then they stopped it in 2018.
Well,
So
all right.
Devil
They come
Night-
back?
Devil's Night still happens. It's just not as bad as it was.
Yeah. It says.
Is it only in Detroit?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
I have a friend from
well,
there. I'm going to ask her
so
about it.
there is also Mischief Night in Philadelphia, which is
Where it
related.
started, yeah.
Yeah. But as of last 2021, Devil's Night saw the lowest totals in multiple decades, with only 3 structure fires recorded.
All right, that's it. I'm going to start a Devil's Night mobile.
Please don't. You know what? Mobile is fine.
This now is evidence in court.
Yeah. But
I'm just kidding. Ha ha
Yeah.
ha! I would never do that.
but there's your answer for all the fires in the film.
Are we accessories before the fact?
Well, you guys did give me the idea.
Oh man,
I don't
I said, please don't.
Yeah.
Look at all the cameras.
Also, technically, the film gave you the idea.
All right, so the film opened May 13th, 1994.
Mhm.
Want to guess its opening weekend? How much it made?
11 million.
At this point, everybody knows that he died, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm going to say 25 million.
25, 11,
15.
11.7. Steph
Oh,
wins.
shit.
Ooh.
Well done.
What's this worldwide gross?
I can't answer because I saw it just a second ago.
Ah, look at you.
I'm going to go back to 25.
25.
35.
50.
Oh wow.
I figured more people would like
It has
swarm.
4 sequels. It did pretty
Yeah,
good.
Yeah.
yeah, swarm
Eh,
to the theaters to see the
Wait,
Yeah.
scene.
50.
Mhm.
Okay, Wikipedia is wrong.
Yeah, I'm looking at. I guess this box office.
Yeah,
mojo, baby.
Wikipedia has 94 million.
He's a
Um,
damn liar.
so May 13th, 1994, when it opens, where does it land in the top 5?
3.
3,
Go mediocre.
2.
2,
1.
number 1. It is number
Wow.
1.
Ah,
Number
four.
5 is a British black comedy, I guess, with Hugh Grant,
oh.
and it's about 2 important events in someone's life.
Adolescence.
No, well, that is
I'm trying to. Okay,
Wait,
so hold
It
on.
has Hugh
kind
Grant
of
in it.
It's a romantic black comedy kind of thing.
A romantic black
Hugh
comedy? It's got
Grant.
Hugh Grant in it.
I
I don't
don't.
know why I play these games.
I don't
It's
know.
not Toy Story, so I don't
Yeah,
know.
4 Weddings and a Funeral.
Is Toy Story
okay.
94?
95.
Damn, we're so close to my year.
Number 4 is With Honors, that has I think Danny DeVito and Brendan Fraser in it.
Okay.
Number 3 is Crooklyn, which is a Spike Lee joint.
I've never even heard of. We've already established I've never seen any Spike Lee movies.
We're gonna fix that. Number 2, When a Man Loves a Woman.
When a man loves a woman.
I literally have only seen The Crow out of all those movies.
I've seen The Crow and Crooklyn, and I've seen 4 Weddings and a Funeral. I've not seen When a Man
Is
Loves a
Hugh
Woman.
Grant the one in My Big Fat Greek Wedding?
No.
No,
No.
he's in the Bridget Jones movies.
He's in Notting Hill.
Notting Hill.
He as in Hugh Grant. Like I know who Hugh
Hugh
Grant is, but
He's really good in The Gentleman. Have you seen The Gentleman?
I haven't.
It's Guy Ritchie's movie. He did Snatching.
I love Snatch.
You'll like The Gentleman.
Oh my God, that's the one I should pick for our show.
Because it's got which one?
what Snatch?
Snatch.
Snatch
I
is
haven't
good.
seen that.
Huh?
I haven't seen that.
Snatch is good.
Maybe
But
that
I've heard
would be a
we
good
actually talked
one.
about it a lot this weekend.
Snatch is a great movie.
We'll put Snatch on the list. We'll put it there.
Um,
All right. So the top 5 movie. All right. So The Crow did not make the top 5 movies in 1994.
That's sad.
Where do you think it landed?
15.
15,
32.
32,
25.
26.
Wow.
All right, listen, Caleb. I don't know what kind of magic you're doing on over there,
Mm.
but you need to pitter pat on down.
All right. Can we name the top 5 movies of 1994?
No.
Is the
Pulp Fiction.
Hold on. Okay. Pulp Fiction's not
Lion
in the,
King.
not in the top. Number 1.
I'm sorry, I
Yeah.
saw some of the movies. And I was like, that's a big one. So
Uh,
Lion King.
I remember Lion King because I remember taking
All right, all right.
pairs to
the
that.
Mask.
No, not top 5.
I remember.
Was it that year though?
Yeah.
All right. So
Jim Carrey's.
number 2 was in your fun facts.
Like I said it out loud. Well, it's not I, Tanya, because that's newer.
No.
Oh, what
I
movie
brought
did you
up
mention?
the movies. Well, I skimmed over a couple of them.
But you mentioned.
I know
you
Jurassic
mentioned-
Park.
No,
No, that's 93.
I brought that up though.
you did.
I did mention that.
I thought that was the
This is
only
more
one you
of a quote.
mentioned.
Pulp
mentioned.
Fiction was Forrest Gump.
Yes.
Oh, wow. That was 94?
Yeah.
Yep.
God, I'm old. Jesus.
Pop is like
It just seems like that was
vacuum.
yesterday.
It
Oh.
sucks.
Speed.
No.
Ah.
No.
Do
Speed
you
was
have the
not.
need for speed? Because I don't know anybody, but some people.
Number
might.
3 is a James Cameron film.
I don't know who it is.
Titanic?
No, that's
No,
not.
it's later. Okay.
Oh,
Terminator.
no.
No.
But this
Wow,
also
that's a
stars.
wide
This also
range of
stars
movies.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Junior.
Last Action Hero.
No.
I only know.
Junior
Jamie Lee
was
Curtis is
94.
also in this.
Oh, that would be
Halloween.
what's the name of that
Indie
movie?
Halloween.
No,
Indie
no, no.
Halloween.
They're married and they're both spies and
Oh.
That's
True Lies.
True
I had to
Lies.
think.
That's
I knew exactly what-
Brangelina. That's
Ooh,
Brangelina.
True Lies.
No.
That's Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Yeah,
And
Brangelina.
but True Lies are also
Yeah.
it's
Oh.
great. It's got Tom Arnold. They're
Yep.
hilarious. That's a great
Oh.
movie. Actually.
Number 4 stars Tim Allen.
Home Improvement, the movie.
There is-
It's a Santa Claus, isn't it?
It is a Santa
I love
Claus.
the Santa
yeah.
Claus. That's one of my favorite Christmas movies.
All
of them.
Number 5 is the movie of the longest rated running animated sitcom before The Simpsons.
Ooh.
I feel like I know this. I feel
Beavis
like
and
I've
Butthead.
read it.
Flintstones.
The Flintstones.
The Flintstones.
Yeah.
Oh,
Love that movie.
That's okay.
wow.
Rick Moranis.
Mm-hmm.
Flintstones. Meet the Flintstones. They're your modern Stone-ish family from the down to bedrock. Place right out of history.
We've
Let's
done.
ride with the family down the street. Sorry.
Let's go.
Okay, I'll
Let's go.
stop.
We've done one more. We've done one other film this 1994. That was Tombstone, and that was
Oh, Tombstone
number
was
37
amazing.
on the list.
I'm your Huckleberry.
I am your Huckleberry. That's one of the ones we done live that we're gonna do if we ever start a Patreon.
That's such a good movie.
Before we go, 2 things I wanted to
Oh
note.
gosh, one for me.
One's for
She
you.
still has to taste her.
That's one.
Jill,
That's not one for me.
This is what we're doing?
Yeah. In the Xanadu episode, we asked about our friend Kisa's Harry Potter house, and when she responded, she had no idea what we were talking about.
I'm still disappointed.
However, after the show, me and Kisa went through Pottermore, and so she now knows her house.
I feel like I'm a little bit more disappointed because of the house she's in. She should have known better.
But it makes sense to me. I feel like it makes sense.
Kisa is a Ravenclaw.
She's a Raven.
And therefore should have done the research already to know which house she was in.
There is that.
Kisa. I'm a Slytherin over here now.
and normally we don't do this, but last week you weren't here,
I was not.
and
I
you
was
were
working.
you were on assignment, and
Constantly working right now.
we had
It's-
fun eating late night taco jelly beans, and we wanted to
They said fun, and I'm really hoping that means it was good.
They weren't bad, actually. I would eat
Most of them.
most of them. There's
Yeah.
only actually one that I didn't care for.
So-
Fantastic. It's
so-
going to be the beef one. I
so-
assume this one's beef.
No.
I'm sorry.
So we're going to have you taste it.
Okay, I
As
got them in
as
order.
a bonus.
Yay!
So your first one will be margarita.
Oh, I have to do that one first.
That's the order on the package.
It's just like a lemon lime. It's very good.
Right? Not bad, huh?
Don't say it like that.
Your next one,
no,
Say
right?
that.
It's like
Not bad, huh?
wasn't
Next.
bad, was it?
churro.
I want to guess the rest of them
Okay.
because I think that
Sorry.
might be fun. No, it's okay.
Okay.
That one was good though. Like a churro. No, it doesn't really. Like maybe the margarita's still there.
Maybe.
That's okay. It's not bad.
Okay.
All right. This is going to be salsa or a pepper or a tomato
Okay.
or salsa.
Maybe you should try it.
Or all the ingredients in a salsa.
Or any of these black pepper. I'm going to say no because it
No.
doesn't look like black pepper. Okay. It's a pepper.
It's salsa.
I put it on the other side of my mouth. I wish I would have kept it with the other flavors. It's all by itself.
All by myself.
It's not bad. It's weird in a gummy.
Yeah. The flavor's
Format.
not bad. It's just weird to be a jelly bean.
To chew it as a gummy candy. I need a chip now. Avocado, jalapeno, or cilantro. I put it over there just so it can be with the other flavor.
Like we get placing. I like.
That's supposed to be cilantro.
Guacamole.
Okay.
So it has cilantro in
I was
it.
like, 'cause it's not cilantro. So, avocado. Okay.
Guacamole.
Mole, 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 mole. Guacamole. Chips. I'm hoping it's chips.
I'm hoping it's
Because it's like a yellowish color.
Yeah.
I'm hoping it's chips. That's all I got. Because I don't know what else would be yellow. One of them you didn't like, though. So. It has a very strong flavor.
That would be
This is meat. This is
beef
meat.
taco. That's a beef taco.
I feel like I should have taken 3 of those together
oh,
for the salsa and the
what
guacamole.
oh yeah. Ow! I didn't even think about combining them.
Just eat it all at once.
Hold on now.
just got
Okay.
a bag.
And then you got to follow it with a margarita because you got to take
Yeah.
a drink after that.
Hold on. All right. Okay. I got
I know what my
that
favorite
one,
is.
and I've got that one, and then
The lighter green.
and that one. So I've got salsa, beef taco, and guacamole.
Do it. Eat you a taco. All right. What we got going on over there?
Putting them together does not improve it.
Okay. Not the way I thought it would go.
Okay.
So I know this is horchata. So I'm
It's-
going to go ahead and finish this off.
It's delightful.
Oh,
Matter of
no.
fact, I'm going to also have a horchata to cleanse my palate.
Another horchata because that's my favorite out of the bunch. I like churro too.
Actually, I'll take another one of those too.
Horchata is good.
It tastes like a baked good
Mm-hmm.
that I can no longer eat. So
There you go.
well, it's delightful. Probably the best jelly beans we've ever eaten.
Here, anyway.
Mhm.
I dropped one on the floor.
I got these. I got
Because
these.
you
from-
also
He
hate
spent
it.
way
too
too much
much.
money on these jelly beans.
How much did you spend on that bag?
I had 2 bags.
We could have eaten real tacos.
Scotty, why didn't you just take us out for tacos?
I will take you out for tacos.
He says that.
I think if you want to go tacos.
I love
I don't know
tacos.
if he will. I don't know if he. I want to go find a really shady taco truck that serves something by authentic taco women. Taco women. Mexican women. So hard.
Racist.
And now we're
I'm so sorry.
canceled.
I'm thinking about tacos. By
Racist.
authentic Mexican women. And it's like
She snored.
Taco women.
I'm just still thinking about that. This happened one time.
Well, I know what the clip is this week.
I just want
My
tacos made
dad
by authentic
used to
taco
have a
women.
framing company, and like they served you like I don't even remember what it was, but it was so good, and you couldn't understand what they were saying, but it was authentic and it was delicious. I want to find a really shady looking taco truck full of Mexican women. It
Okay.
could be Mexican men.
We're gonna make you eat two authentic tacos, and I'll eat them with you because I have before. We're gonna do tripa and lingua. Will be your two tacos, and
What
I'm not
is-
telling you what it is, and you are
Do
not allowed
either
to
of
look it
them
up.
have beef?
Linguist sounds like tongue.
It does, so don't tell me. It doesn't have beef. Because that's like the
Linguist
only.
sounds like tongue.
But if you
Yeah.
eat it, like you
I
can't
think
have
that
red
is.
meat.
I think that is tongue.
It is a tongue
yes.
of a cow, but it's
Yeah.
not. It's
You know,
not
I
like
can't eat
it's
it,
like
right?
ground
I,
ground
I-
meat.
I think I've had it before. It's actually pretty good.
Your face is pretty good.
I mean,
What about tripa?
Oh well, thank you.
I don't. That sounds like chupacabra. So I feel like that's an animal we found on the side of the road. They put it in a taco.
That's what you're gonna have to eat.
Okay.
The tripa.
All right. Street.
all you
Animal
I'll
taco.
film it.
There you go.
They're called street tacos because they get their meats from the streets.
That's it.
Mhm.
With lots of cilantro and onions.
Guys, I'm like delirious. That's where we're at right now. I
Well,
didn't even drink that much.
I get delirious.
Got up at 3 and I was an hour ahead, so it's been 12 hours.
We'll be back next week with a cult meeting. This is Sky saying this is our contribution to the multiverse. Go out and make yours.
Bye.